Welcome to Rif Yomi Video Edition. The idea behind this is that we will present a daily 5 to 10 minute video of the Rif on Daf Yomi. Scans of the Daf of Rif and the English translation of the Daf are provided on the website for this project at alfasi.blogspot.com. We start at the beginning of Rif Beitza, Daf Beis Amid Aleph, which is Daf Aleph Amid Aleph in the Rif. We start with the Mishnah.
It begins, Beitza shenolda biyom tov. Beishamai omrim te'achel, Beis Hillel omrim lo se'achel. If an egg is laid on Yom Tov, so Beishamai says it may be eaten, and Beis Hillel say it may not be eaten. And that's actually what the Gemara will discuss in some detail. The second dispute is about Se'or and Chametz, and how much must be removed for Pesach. Se'or is a leavening agent, like sourdough. It makes things into chametz, and chametz is the thing that has been leavened. So we have Beis Shammai omrim se'or b'kezayis. Beis Shammai say that se'or, this leavening agent, this sourdough, one has to remove it if he has an olive's measure, kezayis. Chametz b'kechoseves. And chametz has to be removed if you have a date volume. Uveis Hillel omrim zev v'zev b'kezayis. Both of them have a shear b'kezayis. Now on to the Gemara. So the Gemara is going to focus in on the Beitza shenolda biyom tov dispute. So it starts, Gemara, b'may asikinan, with what are we dealing with? Ilema b'ternagolos ha'omedes la'achila. It's possible that we're dealing with a hen which stands to be eaten. One plans to eat it. But if so, my time I would do Beis Hillel. What will be the reason of Beis Hillel, who says that it shouldn't be eaten? Uchla de ifrasu. It's food which is separated from itself. Ifras means to separate. So it's if it's uchla de ifrasu, both parts should be acceptable to eat, and there should be no problem eating it. But if you're if you're dealing instead with a hen that is supposed to which stands to lay eggs and is not intended to be eaten, then my time I would do Beis Shammai. Why should Beis Shammai say that it should be permitted to be eaten? Muksahu, it's muksa, since he didn't have intent to eat it from before Yantif. V'ukma Rabba b'ternagolos ha'omedes la'achila. So Rabba establishes this case actually as a hen which stands to be eaten. However, we're dealing with a case where it says Beitza shenolda b'yom tov in the Mishnah. It's actually talking about a Beitza shenolda b'yom tov achar haShabbos. It's previous day was Shabbos, and now it's Yom Tov. Mishum hachana, and there's a problem involving hachana. The Kasavar Rabbah, and Rabbah holds that Beitza de misyalda ha'ibna, an egg which was laid today, me'etmal gemarala. It was completed yesterday. So it's a problem of Shabbos preparing for Yom Tov. And Rabbah l'ta'amei, Rabbah is consistent in his reasoning. Da'amar Rabbah, because Rabbah has a specific type of drasha here called Hachana de Rabbah. He cites pasuk in Shmos. The context is that on that when the mun was going to fall, so Hashem told Moshe that on Friday, on the 6th day, there was going to fall the mun as a double portion, and they shouldn't go out and collect on the next day. So the pasuk says, "V'haya bayom hashishi v'hechinu," and it will be on the 6th day that they will prepare. Our Gemara actually In our version of the Gemara, it says Ve'echinu es asher yaviu, which is a continuation of the pasuk, but here it's a slightly shorter citation of the pasuk, which actually I think is relevant, but not necessarily for figuring out this rif. But the pasuk says V'haya b'yom hashishi ve'echinu, that it shall be on the sixth day that they shall prepare, which teaches us that chol mechin l'Shabbos, that a weekday can prepare for Shabbos, v'chol mechin l'Yom Tov, and the weekday can prepare for Yom Tov. Ve'ein Yom Tov mechin l'Shabbos, but Yom Tov can't prepare for Shabbos. Ve'ein Shabbos mechin l'Yom Tov, and Shabbos can't prepare for Yom Tov. Now, what exactly does this mean? You have to look at Rashi, and Rashi gives an explanation. I don't entirely agree with it. Is some difficulties that the Ran brings up with this Rashi, but according to Rashi, what's going on here is that Rabbah holds that the idea of muksa is doraisa. It's biblical, and so if something is not prepared for Shabbos from chol, from the weekday, so then it's muksa and you're not permitted to eat it. And so the drasha here then is V'haya b'yom hashishi ve'echinu, that they're allowed to prepare, they're able to prepare from the sixth day, from Friday, for Shabbos. And it's a miyot here on the fact that it says V'haya b'yom hashishi, specifically Yom Hashishi, which is chol. So chol can prepare for Shabbos, and chol can prepare for Yom Tov, but Shabbos and Yom Tov are not considered Yom Hashishi, so therefore Shabbos can't prepare for Yom Tov, and Yom Tov can't prepare for Shabbos. And if so, the food on Shabbos will not have been prepared. It will be muksa d'oraisa, and therefore is not permitted to be eaten. There's a slight problem with this that the Ran brings down, and that all of this is really a citation. It's not a citation, but you see a parallel drasha in Psachim, Mem Zayin, Amid Beis, going on to Psachim Mem Ches Amid Aleph, where Rabbah there says that muksa is d'oraisa. And the thing is that Rabbah there ends up retracting and gives another suggestion. He has a whole dispute with Abaye there, and he ends up retracting. So, if so, if he retracts the idea that muksa is d'oraisa over there, so how could he say that muksa is d'oraisa over here? And in fact, I think that the drasha is actually quite different. But for now, let's just stick with this Rashi and Rashi's explanation of this drasha. So Rabbah had this whole thing about Hachana de Rabbah, and that's why in the case in the Mishnah of Beis Hashanol de B'Yom Tov, Beis Shammai says Te'achel v'Yisrael Omrim Lo Se'achel. So we're talking about a problem of muksa, and presumably Rabbah, Beis Hillel would hold by this problem of Hachana de Rabbah, and Beis Shammai would not hold by this Hachana de Rabbah. Okay, so this is what Rabbah said. Now Abaye objects. Amrle Abaye, Elameata Yom Tov de Alma Tishterei. If the case in the Mishnah, which they're forbidding, is specifically Yom Tov after Shabbos, so then a general Yom Tov which doesn't come after Shabbos should be permitted. So the answer is Gzeira Yom Tov Dalma Atu Yom Tov L'achar Shabbos. The general Yom Tov is forbidden as a decree, lest because of the Yom Tov which falls after Shabbos. Similarly, the question is Shabbos Dalma Tishtirei. As typical Shabbos, you should be permitted to eat an egg that was laid on Shabbos, because if the problem is just that is Hachana de Rabbah, that so we would be talking about Shabbos which falls after Yom Tov, and then you have a problem of Hachana de Rabbah, so a general Shabbos wouldn't have that problem, so it should be permitted. So the answer is Gzeira Mishum Shabbos Achar Yom Tov. This is as a decree because of the case of Shabbos which falls after Yom Tov. So Amar Le, Abaye asks Rabbah again, Umi Gazrinan, do we actually make such a decree? V'asanya we have Beitza that says Hashochet Ternegolas Umatza Ba'Beitzim Gemuros. If someone slaughters a hen and finds completed eggs, Muter L'Ochlam B'Yom Tov. It's permitted to eat them on Yom Tov. So V'im Isa, and if we made a Gzeira in all of those other cases, so then Nigzar Mishum Hanach D'Misyaldan B'Yomayu. So we should actually decree on these completed eggs within the hen. We should decree on them because of those which are born on that day, that were laid on that day. So Amrlei Beitzim Gemuros B'Meiman Milsadlo Shchiachu. Eggs, completed eggs within their mother's womb when you slaughter the hen, is something which is quite uncommon. And